Hi, this is Mike Pettigrew, and thanks very much for joining me today. And I'm very excited because my new book is being published on Amazon Kindle. And the title is Unlock Gratitude Now, Your 7 Keys to a Happier and More Successful Life. So that's Unlock Gratitude Now, Your 7 Keys to a Happier and More Successful Life. And I'm really proud of this book, and I thought that today it would be nice to read a few short excerpts from the book just to whet your appetite. So the first excerpt I'm going to read is this, and the title is Try This Yourself. However, do not just take my word for this. Please test this for yourself. It can be one of the most powerful tools that you can ever use in your life for self-transformation and for changing your circumstances. It allows you to propel yourself forwards in a powerful new direction. Now, if you want to know what I'm talking about, you're going to need to download the book and go to Amazon Kindle to do that. Now, the next excerpt that I wanted to read is this, and this is quite intriguing. My new friend started to smile and asked me if I would like a small demonstration of exactly how powerful the mind can affect our environment. Having already heard some rather interesting stories about this gentleman and his abilities, I of course said yes. So he asked me to pull my car over to the side of the road, which I did. And the next thing he pointed at a large white cloud in the sky and simply said, "Watch carefully." To my amazement, within 15 to 20 seconds, the cloud simply dissolved before my very eyes. Having been witness to several extraordinary similar demonstrations during my life, this did not shock me, but rather I just started to laugh. I congratulated him, saying that it was indeed an excellent demonstration of the power of the human mind over its environment. Then we started driving down the road again, and after a while he asked me to pull my car over once more, which I did. This time he asked me to pick a cloud, and that is exactly what I did. I purposely chose a large elongated cloud that was quite dense and both grey and white in colour. And once I pointed out the cloud to him, he told me that he was going to bore a hole near the front of the cloud. Then he was going to break the cloud into 3 parts, and finally mould the back of the cloud into a hook shape. Now, as you can imagine, I was very skeptical that he would be able to mould a cloud in such a very specific way. However, in less than a minute, he had done exactly that. So that's a couple more excerpts to go, and the next one is actually related to this. It's from the next chapter. And this is what I say. I do realise that the experiences I've just shared with you may seem a little far-fetched, and that the skeptic in you may think that all of this is pure garbage. However, it is important to understand that for several years, scientists have noticed that in sensitive scientific experiments, it is possible for the observer to actually influence the outcome of the experiment. I realise this sounds incredible, but this is a recognized scientific fact, and there are many scientists around the world who have been investigating the effects of the human mind and emotions on physical matter. For example, Dr. Masaru Emoto, a scientist from Japan, discovered that thoughts and feelings really do affect physical reality, and quite potently. He developed a technique using a powerful microscope which was placed in a very cold room, along with the use of high-speed photography. His equipment allowed him to photograph the formation of ice crystals in water samples. Amazingly, Dr. Emoto discovered that crystals forming in frozen water reveal very definite changes when specific concentrated thoughts or emotions were directed towards them. So quite intriguing, but this is cutting edge science. Our mind and our thoughts and our emotions do affect physical reality. They affect physical matter and what happens to you in your life. So it's important we learn how to take control of our thoughts and emotions and use them in very constructive ways. Here's another excerpt. There is a positive force in life and there is a negative force. And as I mentioned earlier, both of these are important because they enable us to grow as human beings. It is a fact that without any challenges, our lives can become very stale. Challenges force us to stretch our life and develop new abilities that we did not possess before. In a sense, it's a bit like a ship in a harbour. The ship may be moored in tranquil, sheltered waters, but when the captain sets a destination or goal, the ship leaves the harbour and moves out into the stormy seas. Only by moving forward, despite the waves crashing against his ship, can the captain and his crew reach their intended destination. It's the same with an aircraft taking off. As the airplane hurtles down the runway, the air resistance that pushes against the wings of the aircraft is what gives the plane lift. Without a clear direction and without sufficient air resistance, the airplane would never be able to leave the ground. Just like a ship or airplane, every clear destination we set for ourselves will only be achieved when we encounter and overcome resistance within ourselves and in our environment. So, as soon as you set a big goal for yourself, especially if it's one that is truly beneficial for you and possibly others, then you will definitely encounter challenges that will make you grow. Without growing, as a result of these challenges, then you would not be able to achieve your goals unless, as I just mentioned, they are rather small goals. And here's another excerpt. If you look out into the world and study the lives of great people who have achieved amazing things in their lives and in society, then in every case there were people who encountered all sorts of big challenges. Instead of giving up at the first hurdle, they picked themselves up, dusted themselves down and tried again. And in most cases they failed several times before succeeding in a truly big way. That's the sad reality. Most people give up at the first or second hurdle. But there is a common trait in all successful people. In every case, highly successful people have refused to give up. Truly successful people are people who have failed far more times than ordinary people, but they have not given up. True success only comes to those who are persistent and refuse to give in to temporary challenges. If you want to become outrageously successful, then you must refuse to give up and you must keep trying until you succeed. So please, if you do set big goals for yourself, expect to experience lots of challenges, but please never give up. Giving up only leads to disempowerment and creates the cause to give up again in the future. After all, it took Thomas Edison 10,000 attempts to invent the incandescent light bulb that has lit our homes and industries for more than a century. And here's another excerpt. And this is titled, "You May Surprise Yourself." Now, at the end of just 1 week, you will probably be very surprised by your ability to come up with creative ideas whenever you wish. By writing down your ideas like this and by doing this frequently, you will keep your creativity muscles exercised and in great shape. This will allow you to tap into your creativity whenever you wish and use it to create all sorts of wonderful things for your life. So remember to keep a special notebook for all your creative ideas, and don't worry if some of them are nuts, because when you do this you will definitely have plenty of really good ideas too. Also, please don't allow your internal editor to stop you. Just keep the process flowing. What I mean by your internal editor is that part of you that tells you to delete the last sentence or the last idea because it isn't good enough. Simply let all your ideas flow without any restraint, and then after the process is completed you can start editing if really necessary. Whatever it is you wish to change or create in your life, everything starts with an idea. And the more great ideas you have, then the more you can transform your own life and your environment. Here is a final thought about this for you to consider. If every person in the world were to spend just 1 hour each week coming up with ideas to improve their lives, then the world would be a very different place than it is right now. And here's yet another excerpt. Please start updating your skills if you're not already doing so. But do it in such a way where you are not clogging your mind with unnecessary information that you won't be using in the immediate future. There is a term, just-in-time learning, and it means learning something only at the time when you actually need it. When you learn in this way, you become far more proficient in what you are learning, putting it to immediate use and benefiting from it quickly. There is also another reason why you need to find and learn from mentors. It expands your mind. It enables you to see life in a far broader way and to deepen your understanding of life and what's actually possible for you. Without a mentor, you are just left to your own devices, and that usually means being restricted by your conditioning and painful experiences of the past. Mentors will expand your mind, make you smarter, allow you to connect the dots more easily, and show you through their own example what's actually possible for you. They can inspire and motivate you to win in each area of your life and stretch any current restrictive beliefs that you may have. And here's the last excerpt that I'm going to read to you today. A life without direction is a sad one, but for a life with purpose and meaning, everything becomes possible. The journey is every bit as thrilling as the destination. As you take your first steps towards better, richer and more fulfilling life, you will become energized and start to experience what it truly means to be alive. You have within you right now all that you need to be wildly successful and deeply happy on a long-term basis. If you haven't already been taking lots of notes, then please do read this book again so that you firmly embed in your mind the keys to your long-term happiness and success. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Will you take this first step? I certainly hope so, because it will be the greatest gift you can ever give to yourself and to those whom you love. So I hope you've enjoyed these excerpts from my new book, Unlock Gratitude Now, Your 7 Keys to a Happier and More Successful Life. And please do go to Amazon and download it. And after you've read it, please leave a review. That's always greatly appreciated, because when you leave a review, it really helps a lot of other people as well. So thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. I really do hope you've enjoyed this episode, and before I go, I have a very special offer for you, which I'll explain in a moment. But before I do, I just want to say that if you've enjoyed this episode, then please do give us a like below this video, because when you do this, it enables other people to also benefit from it. Of course, if you'd like to leave a comment, then you're most welcome to do so, and I'll be really happy to hear from you. Now, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, then please do remember to subscribe to my channel. And you can also listen to my Transformation and Empowerment podcast on iTunes. Now let me tell you about the special bonus I mentioned a moment ago, because if you go to my website right now at mikepettigrew.com, then for a limited time only, you can get free lifetime access to our special members-only area. Membership will give you access to all sorts of inspiring and empowering videos and training materials that you won't find anywhere else on my website. And again, right now, membership is completely free, but I can really only offer this for a limited time. So I strongly recommend that you get your membership right now, and I believe you will find it a very valuable resource and source of inspiration and empowerment. And you can sign up and get immediate access from any page on my website. So again, thank you so much for watching this episode, and I look forward to serving you again soon.